Happy New Year! Franny and Nicole here with Ampersand Studios. We're going to show you 5 super simple hacks for instantly taking better photos, even if it's just with your phone. Cue intro. All right, let's do this. Tip 1. Step away from the wall. Colorful walls and murals can make great backdrops, but our first instinct is to have the subject stand with their back straight up against the wall. Sometimes this can look great, but the scene becomes one-dimensional, and it's hard to tell what the focal point of the photograph is. Have your subject step a couple of feet away from the wall to create separation and hierarchy. Ask them to come even closer to the camera and shoot with a wide aperture or portrait mode on your phone to isolate your subject and make them pop out of the image. The colorful backdrop will still be there, but as the supporting role rather than the lead. Number 2, get out of that flat light. We're always hearing photographers telling us to get the subject out of the bright sun and into the shade. This can be great advice, but if you get too far into the shade, the light becomes flat, uninteresting, and can cause wonky color casts. Instead, place your subject just at the edge of the shade, right before the sun is about to hit them. This will allow the light to fall onto your subject, shaping their face, creating highlights and shadows and a more vibrant background. Then, once you've got your safe shot, of course, have a little fun and move the subject into that forbidden sunlight. Play with those harsh shadows. You might end up with something cool. Tip 3. Eliminate distractions. This one sounds like a no-brainer, but too often we see images where people simply don't take the time to remove a water bottle, some junk, some toys, or whatever it is that might be taking away from the subject. We decided that this is actually a terrible example because we kind of love this photo, but you get it, right? In most cases, less is more, and the junk won't be this nice. Take a few seconds to move distractions out, making way for a clean image with negative space, giving the viewer some room to breathe. Then, sit back and wait for those double taps. Tip 4, what we're calling the 360 walk around. You probably have a certain shot in your head, but it may not be the best one. You'll never know if you don't do a quick switch up of perspective. In this example, Avery doesn't move at all. We walk all the way around our scene. Try shooting from over, under, and even through something to up your photo game and give you more variation. And lastly, our very favorite tip, number 5, just care less. No, not less about how your photos look, but less about what people think. We've all been here before, trying to secretly sneak a picture of our latte, wondering if everybody's looking at us like we're crazy. They're not. They don't care. Get up, move around. Who cares if you look like a fool? Just own it and commit, and people will trust that you know what you're doing. And honestly, who cares? That's all we've got. Now, this is where we cut back to us talking about how excited we are that you're here, how this is our first YouTube video, and thank you so much for showing up. You know, like, subscribe, whatever. But the audio was super horrible. Again, our first YouTube video. So I really didn't want to put you through that. Anyway, thank you. Let us know what you thought. Go start taking better photos right now. And Happy New Year.